I'm James Burchill. I'm the creative partner here at Rumble Creative and Media.
What we do here is go back.
I'm on the art direction and design side of things. That's been my career for the last 25 to 30 years. As I guess the creative partner, I play a leadership role, overseeing the work done by my team members. Also on occasion I pick up the tools and design things and assets for my clients as well, campaigns. I work with a copywriter, Nancy Hartley, and we're a 14-year creative partnership now, and I guess we're still relied upon to solve some big problems, but also more so these days is to kind of spread our learning and teach the guys on our team our approaches and make sure they do great work. See, I think people are kind of born with that within them, and it's a calling. And in the case of design, it's a great and a beautiful and noble career. It doesn't meet with too much resistance from parents, but nevertheless, when I first wanted to go down the path of a visual creative career, I chose architecture. And I think that was kind of easy for my grandmother to understand and to tell her bridge club. But it was later that I really was drawn to communication and graphic design and art direction because it was much more exciting and much more vivid and quick moving. There's lots of projects as opposed to architecture where things tended to drag on. So yeah, I think you're born with it within you, and you just kind of listen to that voice. You know you're attracted to beautiful things, and eventually you work out that you want to influence those things and you want to come up with beautiful things yourself. So here at Rumble Creative and Media, I'm really proud of the vibe we have here. We're all great friends, but we're all very professional. We know what we have to get done. We know what we've promised that we'll achieve. We're all really mindful of clients kind of really relying upon us. So everyone's doing their own thing, and we come together obviously to sort of review work. In the mornings, there's usually a camaraderie as we kind of talk about last night, and we sort of make each other laugh really before getting on with our days. And everyone's got routines. People go and get their coffees at exactly 10:05, and other people, you know, they sort of have to go to the loo 6 times before they actually sit down and read their brief. But we let everyone get on with their thing and go about their work. So I've been working in advertising for 25 years, but Rumble's 3 years old. Probably about this week, we're about 3 years old. We came together as three individuals. Nancy and I are still working together, and we met a great guy, a great strategic brain, great managing partner style of person, Remy Brassic. And we 3 years ago agreed that we should start our own agency because each of us had spent many years working for others and realising their dreams, and along the way we'd sort of realised that if ever we had our own place, we'd had our own vision. So we all came together and crafted that vision together and created this kind of little boutique agency that wanted to punch, you know, several times above its weight, wanted kind of an international presence, and wanted to engage with clients in our own special way. I think that the client drives that change, you know, that you sort of have to intuitively fit to their requirements, whether it be nimble, yes, cost effective. If we didn't separate ourselves out from what other people are doing, then we wouldn't be a choice. We'd just be like everyone else, and it'd be a toss the coin, should we go with them kind of thing. But we really wanted to produce some beautiful work right off the bat, clever work, untraditional work. So we wanted to sort of not be a traditional style of agency. And we wanted to really make the client's life simpler. And we figured by just taking layers of management out of the agency, out of the place, having people who could do the work, engage directly with the client, not having this kind of like hidden behind 3 sets of hands. We could sort of get work done quickly and nimbly, and I think that's sort of been an ongoing, intuitive decision-making process. Now that we're big, we're bigger anyway, we've gone from 3 people to 35 within those 3 years. We've actually had to put in systems and sort of come up with structure. Can't just kind of shoot from the hip and make a decision in the moment. We actually have to think ahead. And so we had our first going away kind of like strategy planning session in December. We came back with a deck of things that we promised we would do in 2017. So it's kind of now a little bit, it was much more about feeling and intuition, and now it's by design. I think clients who respect us as partners in the process versus thinking of us as simply someone to execute or someone to literally take on board instruction and output. I think people who invite our intellectual participation in terms of strategy, in terms of ideas and concepts, of course, they know how to get the best out of us, and that's what it's all about. You know, ultimately, at the end of the day, it's what the client wants. But if they can appreciate our potential to help them through design, through advertising, through communication, and they respect us for that, then that's the best client who's going to get the most out of us. Working on a new brief, pitfalls. If you don't understand the brief right then and there, no amount of turning it over is going to produce an idea on it, right? If you got actually, you know, the best briefs are the ones that you're inspired with almost as you're being briefed. You know, you start to come up with ideas and you know, oh, this is a good one. So you just need to be clear on what you're being asked and to find that exciting. If there's too much in the brief, there's too much information, and it's just hoped that from all of that kind of maelstrom of information you're going to find something, well then that's a bit hit and miss. You really need the brief to be a little bit more pointed. So that's kind of the major pitfall, is it's got to be a good brief to begin with, and then you hope that it sounds exciting right from the outset. Yeah, you have to have some big ticket questions, right, that they're willing to answer and that they have the answers for. You know, if they don't have the answers for it, you go, oh, gee, maybe this client doesn't even know their own business and they're hoping that we're going to somehow give them meaning. And also willing to kind of share that information with you. It goes back to respect and partnering with you versus just treating you like an output. So you've got to ask questions that probe into their business, show that you care about their business, and you've got to ask questions that require them to give something over. You know, I mean, I think it's absolutely respectful when a client says, you know, we have this amount of money, we put this much amount for this reason, aside for this, and because we've got to spend more over here, and if this goes well, then we can see ourselves giving more to the project. I mean, I love those kind of grown-up conversations because, again, it's about respect, and if things are kept hazy, oh, we don't know, show us something, and we might be inclined to cough up more money, then that's kind of like, well, we start chasing our tail then. Yeah. And Nancy and I have been, we've been working together for 14 odd years. We've been creative directors for 6 years, executive creative directors, blah, blah, blah. We've been, I guess, used to working with the team for some time now. The moment we became creative directors, we went from thinking about ourselves and our own excellence to wanting to sort of propagate or scale up our knowledge. So with the promise that we make to everyone who joins us, our team, and allows us to be their creative directors, is that while they're with us, their stars will rise and they will do the best work of their careers. And that's the commitment. It's not just lip service, it's the commitment we make to them, and that is our focus. We want to set them up to do the best work of their careers, do the work they're proud of, and for the time they spend with us working now at Rumble, they will be absolutely so happy for that time and think back on it as an incredible time of their career. So that makes complete sense to us, right? I mean, it's self-serving, because if we can create such a space, such a place, when that person leaves us to go on to another incredible opportunity or adventure, there's always going to be another, you know, Laura or another Zvina to turn up and say, hey, I'll take their place. Yeah, so it's the only kind of approach that works for us, I think. Yeah, without a doubt, Rumble's a realisation of everything we know. It's a realisation of our observations and our promises to ourselves and our and it's a reward for having learnt so much, that we could have a place and two things would happen at this place. Clients would come and people would come to work here. So it makes us very proud to look around and look at, have the music on and have people designing and have people going out to meetings and presenting our work. It's incredible. And we've had a great time. We've done some great work that we're proud of, and Nancy just got back yesterday afternoon from the Ad Fest. She was on the jury there and judged at Cannes and had all those amazing things happen. But I feel that way, and I'm sure Nancy would and Remy would as well. I think you should be attuned to and always be seeking things that wow you, because when an amazing thing happens, when you experience a wow moment, you feel the electricity in your brain, and the electricity kind of sparks off along all the wires in your brain, I'm sure, and it kind of ignites you. So put yourself in situations where you're wowed, whether it be in a gallery, whether it be at some public exhibition, whether it be in a situation you haven't, a place of incredible natural beauty, for example. Those wow movements, you find in that moment you're most creative. And I think that's the inspiration, is seeking out the new and things that impress you for the very first time, and then enjoying that feeling and seeking that feeling when you're ideating as well. Don't change a thing. No, I've had a ball, but I think I was worried about a lot of things when I first kicked off, and I kicked off in Sydney, and I was a lad from Cairns, and I was immediately impressed by all the people who were my age, but they were so clever and they were so on the ball, and they were the city kids, and And I worried back then if I was always going to be playing catch up. But no, I think everyone should be themselves and plot their own course and stick to it, and things work out. And you know, I think that's what I've learned. Be mindful that you don't know it all. You never can, and that's okay. You just got to go forward. Yeah, to be a rumbler, they've got to be a really, really good person, uncomplicated, just decent, and they've got to love work, and they've got to love working hard, and they've got to find, obviously, stimulation in doing beautiful work, and yeah, be good people. I probably do, but I haven't got one memorised for you right here, right now. Where are you from?
Yeah. Ask that question. I think that's it. Thank you so much for your time here. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you.